Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey, episode 214 in Studio R. Baby.
Studio R?
Wow. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm surviving. It's a whirlwind of shit, but we're making progress, I think.
It's like you're getting tuned up over there.
Oh man, it's just been wild. It's Wednesday night. It's hump day. Hump day.
Hump day. We're time traveling, everybody.
We're time traveling. Chris and I called today, and I go, hey, we got to get something in because I'm busy next week. You're busy next week.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are recording.
Stupid.
It's all good. Some really good stuff. I think I got a voicemail here. We got some updates, and we're going to talk some camper shit, literally, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
That's right. Camper shit.
So where do we start? We should start with Sierra Trek 2023.
Oh yeah, we've got updates.
So we are friends with the hosts, the co-hosts
chairs
here. Yeah, the chairs, I should say, the chairman and chairwoman,
the co-chairs, and
they're getting a lot of questions like, is Trek going to happen? And yes, it is. The answer is yes. Trek is going to happen. The dates that are published, which is August, let me double check. I want to say 12th. Hang on, stand by. Yes. So it's the 10th is Thursday. There's runs on Thursday, Friday, the 10th, 11th, and then 12th is the big day, Saturday.
Right.
At Meadow Lake, and the 13th. Yeah. So a lot of people will head in on Wednesday. The trail run is almost full on the 10th, the full trail run. So that if you want to get in, sign up soon. There is room on all the runs, but the Thursday run is getting close to fill up, which it fills up every year.
The snowshoe run's filled up?
No, nothing is filled at the current moment, Chris.
Oh, I'm in the snowshoe run.
You're in the snowshoe run? Okay, yeah. Great. All right, great. But they have everything in place to make this happen. Plowing Meadow Lake Road, making it happen to get into Meadow Lake. And honestly, this might be the only time you get to run Fordyce all the way through because PG&E, it turns down the water. They close off the dams to lower the dam flow of Fordyce Creek. Do you know what the flow was today? Chris?
I don't know. No, I didn't look at.
Do you look at dream flows at all?
I do, but not usually when it gets close to Trek. Not right now.
Oh well, I check it almost daily just to get
because you have nothing better to do with your time.
That's right. I got so much free time. So it was 1,100 CFM.
Oh today. Shit! A buggy on 43 could easily afford that.
No. CFM, you'd be like the SS Minnow and you'd be lost there. It'd be a TV show about you. It's freaking raging right now. So just to give you some context, that's cubic feet per minute.
That's a lot of water.
So a lot of water. And like the most,
second.
What's the highest CFM that is safe to cross in a setup rig?
Like 400. That's marginal.
400 is pushing it. 300 to 350 is like really questionable. It's like you can do it, but shit could go sideways in a hurry. And this is 1,100 right now. So
guaranteed shit's going to go wrong.
Guaranteed it's going to wash your Toyota down, your shit box down the river for sure. So I don't care if you got 43s, 53s, whatever. It's not good.
Helium in the tire, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you just float right on down. So yeah, that's going on right now. The vendor show is sold out. So there's over 40 vendors there right now signed up. There's a waiting list. So the vendor show is going to be off the chains, as the cool kids say, now, which is great. I know
I like
last
when
year
the vendor show is good, and there's a lot of people
we
show
had
up
a
for it.
good, the last couple of years it's been a good show, but it's going to be really good now.
Well, there was a year a bit back that Best Top was even there, and I won a voucher from them.
You did. That's right.
So I mean, it'd be kind of nice to get back to those times.
Yeah, the raffle's always good there with the vendor support, and we appreciate that. And yeah, so they are rearranging the city, if you will, Summit City, our downtown. The bar is going to still remain in the same spot, but a lot of things are changing to accommodate the extra vendors, so they're included in part of the town, which is super cool. And then what else is going on? Did Renee send me a menu? I think she did.
Oh boy.
Just so we know, this is hot off the press right here. So you ready? Because it's all about the chow, because they put on a good meal plan. So Thursday night is pulled pork sandwiches with coleslaw. Friday breakfast is pancakes, eggs, of course, and there's going to be some meat in there, probably
sausages and bacon.
Yeah. I don't think bacon, but I think sausages. And then Friday dinner is ribs, barbecue chicken, baked beans, salad bar. They have the salad bar. The salad bar is incredible.
The salad bar is damn good.
It puts Sizzler to shame at your blue plate special that you go to, Chris. It's really good.
I like the blue plate special. Do you remember Fresh Choice from back in the day?
Yeah, it's still around, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. They got Sweet Tomatoes, I think, is still around. But Fresh Choice, she gone, I think.
Bud Lightish.
If Fresh Choice is still around, our listeners might be able to let us know. But man, I really liked that. That was good. But I will say that the Fresh Choice doesn't have Fresh Choice doesn't have the scenery that Meadow Lake does for its salad
absolutely
bar.
Not. So
bring it back, Jason.
Moving on, Saturday breakfast is biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that'll stick to your ribs.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some eggs with that. And then Saturday dinner is the typical tri-tip, baked potato, and salad bar, which is freaking good.
Salad bar with a view.
Yeah, and then Diva Rocks is going to be back for the
music.
For the Musica. They do a good job. They're actually really good. We've had a lot of questionable bands out there over the years, where they sound bad from camp when you're a ways away, and then they sound bad when you're in camp. But the Diva Rocks does rock. They sound good in camp, and they put on a great show. They love Trek. They love being up there, and it shows. And that's always freaking great.
They get us.
They do. They do. They know the vibe, and it's awesome, and they mix it up too. They throw in all kinds of music and covers and stuff, and it's very cool. So yeah, go on to Cal 4 Wheels website, sign up if you haven't yet. I know there's been a lot of contention. It's like, oh, is it going to happen? Are they going to move it back? No, the dates are the dates. It is happening. Right. Moving forward in August, the 10th through the 13th, and there's a run for everybody. You don't have to have a hardcore 4-steer rock buggy.
That's correct.
Okay, right? Like even Chris can go out and have fun on the long wheelbase trail.
That's right. Bear Valley Loop.
There's side by side stuff. There's river runs on Fordyce. The historical run is epic, and it's an overnighter. And they even have, if you just want to go up there and participate, there is that where they cover the fees, because it costs a lot of money to set up the town, get the porta potties in and everything. So there's an entertainment
meals and entertainment plan.
Yeah, meals and entertainment. We call it the Chris Maines package, where you just want to come up and camp and hang out. That's what we call that package.
Perfect.
Sorry, not sorry.
Whatever. Dude, that trail's no joke. I'm not taking my Dana 30 on that trail anymore.
No, it is not.
I'll be the freaking trail tampon.
It is. Yeah, you're right. It is not Dana 30 territory. I respect that. That is really good. So, it's one of my favorite trips of the year. It is so much fun. Beautiful area. If you haven't been, look up the area, Meadow Lake, and make it happen. Even if you're out of state, it's worth the travels.
Yeah.
It is some of the most spectacular scenery you will ever see up in the high Sierras of Tahoe there. So, yeah,
might even be a snowball fight.
Yeah, there will be. Yes, there should still be some snow in the trees and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, extra ice for your cooler. Yeah, but all good. Looking forward to it. I know you and I are going to be there. We got a booth there. Yeah. I'm hoping Johnny's going to join us from Dirtbag like he did before.
Bring the big zip.
Yeah, it's the trade show's full, but we snuck in a little easy up there. So yeah, check out Sierra Trek. If you haven't been there, you need to be there. If you've been there, you know what it's all about. And
yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's a great time of the year up there. The lake's going to be full. Fishing should be good. There's there's hiking to do. Hit me up. I'll show you where the petroglyphs are up there, right next to camp. There's just a ton of mining stuff. Mining cabin. There's a mining cabin loop we do. It is an absolute catfish pond. Bring some bacon for the catfish. It's just a great area. I absolutely love it. So yeah, so that's Sierra Trek 2023.
There's your update, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you up there in August.
Yep. All right, what do you got? You got a trailer story or camper story of some sort, I heard. I got little tidbits of it.
Our last episode, I had a punch list of things I wanted to talk about, and one of them was, every time you wrap up a trip, and I was at Hollister for Safety Clinic, and I ended that trip and drove home on Sunday that weekend, and Monday I had off from work, so I needed to get the camper cleaned up real quick, dumped and offloaded. So since I changed jobs, I no longer have a dump station at my.
You don't have a dump station at your house, a clean out?
No, I'm working on that. But so I go to a pay dump station here in town. It's actually the Lance dealership here. Has a reasonable fees to dump your tanks. So I popped over there. First, I stopped at I went and dumped the trailer off because I couldn't get into the dump station with the trailer attached, and then drove back and grabbed a sandwich at it's Subway. I'm like, it's lunchtime. I'll just grab a Sando real quick.
Grabbed a dump Sando.
That's right. And I'm like, okay, so what I'll do is I'll have the Sando, I'll go dump the tanks, and then I'll wash my hands and go
and eat your Sando,
unload the camper, and then eat my sandwich in the camper where I store it.
Okay.
So, but I'm at the dump station, and I get to the gate, and the guy's like, hey, there's a vehicle just pulled in front of you. He's dumping. It's a motorhome. I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. I'll just wait and eat my sandwich now. I got time. He's like, that's a pretty big motorhome. It'll be 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll buzz you in so you can, because it's in the secure area of where they store RVs and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for buzzing me in. I pull up and I can see the family that's, I immediately realize this is a rental situation. Somebody did one of those, Craigslist rentals, or I don't know if there's some group like a VRBO for RVs or whatever, but
there is. Rent my RV.
Rent my RV.
Rent my RV.
So I'm like, okay, these guys are going to be a bit, it looks like they're just starting. But what concerned me greatly was the fact that they had this 3-ring binder with those paper protectors, page protectors. They were looking through, and they were going step by step on dumping the tanks.
They'd never done it before.
Well, no, step one,
it's kind
probably
of a scary process if you haven't done it before.
Well, yeah.
And if you're not mechanically inclined, it's like, really scary.
Yeah, watch that movie RV with Robin
that's
Williams.
So good. That is a great movie. It's so good.
So, anyway, it's like step one, find the hose. Okay, they did that. Step two, uncap the discharge area. Whatever the steps are. I don't know. I'm 50 feet away, so I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll eat my Sando, and then
you should have videotaped this.
I should have. I'm like, it was going on and on and on. They're going step by step. There's somebody's walking in and out of the RV. I can see the RV rocking back and forth as they're stepping around. I don't know if they're like jumping back and forth to get the stuff to slosh around a drain. I don't know what was going on in there, but I eat my sandwich. And then our good friend Jim O'Leary calls me on the phone, so I'm talking to him about it while I'm eating my sandwich.
I haven't talked to him in weeks, and he lives 5 doors down from me.
Well, he's going to be a little bit further.
Apparently,
than 5
he's not a
doors
good friend.
soon.
I know he listens to the podcast. So, Jim, give me a call when you listen to this in 6 weeks.
There, right? So
yeah, he's way behind.
This RV situation's going on and on and on and on and on, and I'm watching it, and finally they get to the point where they're done. They're got this. So at every RV dump station, there's a hose, a freshwater hose.
Yes.
That you use to rinse things down. And, we all, once we disconnect the drain hose from the discharge pipe on the camper.
Yeah, you got a little washout.
Everybody takes that hose and shove it into the pipe to rinse it, right?
Okay, wait a minute. For people that have never done this, you dump your black water, right? Which is
correct.
Your toilet. And then you close that valve, and then you dump the gray, which is your shower, sinks,
anything soapy,
sink, anything. Yeah, it's gray water. And so that helps clean out the pipes. So that's the order of operations. And then when you're done, if you got a water hose there, you flush it out with the water just to clean out the hose, and then put it back into its receptacle on your RV. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
It's storage location.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this, and they finished doing all that, and then I guess there was instructions on the book that said to refill the fresh water tank. So they connected this hose that is used. This is a disease situation here, people. Never use that hose at a dump
Don't
station.
ever use the dump station hose to fill up your fresh water. Is what you're saying.
To fill your and that's exactly what they did. The owner of the facility finally came out and told them they couldn't do that, but I guess they had already done it. And anyway, they disconnected. This is a farce going on. And I'm like, so our public service announcement to our listeners, and I know our listeners are well-educated. And we have people.
Really good listeners. These are not Toyota Snail Trail listeners. Some of them listen to Snail Trail because they're bored, but
but we would
most
be
of
remiss.
Our listeners are very intelligent, but yes, go ahead.
Do not use the hose at the dump station to fill your freshwater tank.
That's a pretty good tip right there.
Ever.
Pro tip from Chris. Don't use the clean out hose to fill your RV. That's gross. A good tip, Chris.
Yuck. Anyway, I probably should have said something, but I was tied up with a phone call with Jim and whatnot. So anyway, it was
so you just let it happen.
I just let it happen.
That's awesome.
Live and learn.
You like train wrecks. That's good. All right, perfect. I feel sorry for the next person that rented that RV.
And just so everybody knows, I did use that hose to rinse out my
Well, you knew it was clean at that point.
That's right. Yuck. Anyway, that was that little adventure there. If you have any other questions about RVs, campers, and how to fill the tank and not fill the tank and how to drain the tanks and stuff, we're your guys. We can help you.
Oh, there you go. Come call Chris. He's your Roto-Rooter man.
At 408-800-5169.
That's it. Call Chris. He'll help you out. Oh, that's great.
Gross.
It is. It's the bad part of RVing that they don't talk about, but it's not bad if you know what you're doing and hook everything up properly. But I've seen some shit go awry. No,
literally,
pun intended. I got a great story. I can't tell it right now. Okay, anybody want to just remind me of that story around the campfire?
Oh boy. Chris? One of the most picturesque dump stations, of course, is at Yosemite, right outside the campground.
Oh, yeah. That Upper Pines campground outside of that, yeah.
Right next to the Merced River.
I know. I think it's going right into the Merced. I'm not sure.
Oh, God, I hope not.
I don't know.
Yuck. Yeah. Anyway, yeehaw. Yeah.
I'll have Lorenzo check that out.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that video on Instagram of somebody riding Lorenzo and Lorenzo getting all turbocharged?
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. We've gotten
Apparently Lorenzo doesn't like being ridden.
We've gotten a lot of DMs, and I love it when people see a donkey and associate us with Wheel and Wine and Whiskey podcast with just the donkey and send us a couple of asses. Right? It's very apropos, and keep it coming. I love it. And yeah, I respond, and it's great. It's super cool how funny a stuffed little freaking donkey has created this, mantra here.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So
what do you got?
I don't know. Not much. I got a lot, but a little.
Well, you going to tell us all about your trip to Moon Rocks?
Well, yeah, we're headed to Moon Rocks this weekend. So as this podcast comes out, Moon Rocks will have happened.
So a future episode will have all of Moon Rocks reports.
And I've never been there. It's choose your own adventure. We've got a lot of cool people going with a lot of cool rigs. And I'm looking forward to seeing the terrain.
Cool. I'm not going. So.
Well, you're not. Why? You're there. You're going to be in the area. You should show up.
I should.
You will.
I'll rent a bomber and just drive up.
No, just show up. But there's some. Yeah, and then we, the episode that we did a couple episodes ago of the tragedy.
Do we have to talk about that?
No, I'm just saying you got to be real, right? And
we do.
You got to keep that in the back of your mind and be safe. And if shit's gonna go sideways, it goes sideways. But I'm just looking to go out there and check out the terrain and see for myself and make it my own opinion. Everything I have researched and talked to and YouTube videos and everything, it looks like some super cool stuff that you can, like I say, know your vehicle like we teach in the clinic, right? It's know your personal limitations. Like if you get, you get scared at 20 degrees, okay, fine. But me in my buggy, I know it so well. I could be blindfolded and put me on something, and I'll be like, yes or absolutely no. I'm backing up. I'll hit the reverse. So, I'm looking forward to getting out there and putting my tires on some lines and see what it's all about.
There you
go. You either sit on your couch and eat bonbons and freaking die lonely, or you go out and have some adventure. So that's what we're doing.
I'm never going to die alone. You might, but not me.
Oh, I might. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Or we won't. I don't know.
A lot of new adventures ahead, Chris.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty crazy. Well, yeah. That's a whole nother podcast, but yeah, my life is in a whole question mark right now. I've thrown everything out to the universe, and we'll see what comes back. And it could be good or it could be shit. We'll see.
Have you staked out your location under the bridge yet?
Nope. Have
you reserved your box or tent?
Nope. I'm working on some stuff though. I got stuff in the works. Don't you worry. You know me. Right. I don't fuck around, right? Is my motto.
I contacted tent hunters and told them to come look and give you a call.
Tent hunters. Yes. It may be useful. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah. So hopefully I will have a Nevada address here in a couple months. So that's the goal.
There you go. It was pretty quiet on the interwebs about Moon Rocks over Memorial Day weekend. There must have been a heavy police presence.
Yes, there was, and people behaved themselves, and there was no incidents. So we're just gonna say that. Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything come out. No, Banana Man wasn't there, or at least he didn't make a scene.
Right?
Who knows? I mean, it's unfortunate, and that's just our society, right? It's like everyone wants to see a fucking train wreck.
Sure.
And everybody's going to publicize the train wreck. And it's like something goes south. They're going to, oh my God, this, that, the other thing. But here we are a year later, Memorial Day, moon rocks, and people had a good time.
Yeah.
People went four-wheeling. It was fine. So, take it with whatever grain of salt you want, but it is what it is. A lot of our listeners are forward thinking and like, okay, you can separate the bullshit from what actually happens. And that's what it is,
Well, separate yourself from the people that are really looking to self-harm or whatever. So,
well, yeah, I mean, I've had people reach out to me and go, oh, you're going to Moon Rocks. Well, you just had those people die there. And yes, it's part of our hobby, our sport. There
hopefully not a part, but it's unfortunately sometimes
but
it is.
It is a reality, and you have to, acknowledge that. But are you going to sit on your couch and not do anything? No, we do what we do. You make decisions, and hopefully they're the right decision. And that unfortunate incident ended badly, right? Two people passed, but it can't stop you from moving forward and learn from those experiences and whatever, but just make good choices. That's my friends tell their kids, their sons and daughters, like, just go out and make good choices. And that rings well, right? Like,
well, hopefully, but hopefully that advice is taken and everybody gets home safely. So
good. Well, hopefully we'll be able to have a podcast after Moon Rock. So we'll see.
Well, the podcast will go on. Lorenzo will make sure of that. Well,
yeah, you and Lorenzo can run the podcast after this because I'm nothing. I'm just a figurehead here.
Be an ass and a half at that point.
That's right. We were 2.5. Now we'll be an ass and a half. But no, it'll be good. So what else we got, Chris? We got what else we got coming up? We got our Adopt a Trail.
The Adopt a Trail is going to be happening. I believe it's the first weekend of July. Well, we're planning on it being the first weekend.
Is it the first weekend in July? No, it's happening. Hang on.
Second weekend of July.
Hang on. Stand by. I've got some voicemails here too, by the way.
Oh, it is the second weekend of July. The 7th, the 8th and 9th. So most people go up like on the 6th and
7th, 8th, and 9th of July. And if anybody is interested that lives in the area of Arnold, Northern California, and wants to join us, DM me. We'd love the help.
Up near Blue Valley, yeah. We imagine the trails are going to be pretty messed up.
It could be, but part of me is like, it's probably not going to be that bad.
Yeah, the trees couldn't fall down.
Based on my 20 years of history on that trail.
Yeah.
We should do some voicemails.
You want to do some voicemails? All right.
We should.
I have kind of a rant too a little bit later if you want to tear into that.
Oh, good. We haven't had a rant in a while.
It's kind of a rant light rant.
Hey, Jason and Chris. This is Jeeper Tom Rosa.
Oh, man, I haven't heard from him.
Piece of advice I got from a good friend regarding powdered fire extinguishers. I was having a conversation with my buddy Abel about the element fire extinguisher not needing service. Well, he advised me to turn the fire extinguisher upside down and smack the shit out of it a couple times on the roll bar.
Exactly.
What this does, I guess, is breaks up the powder. Apparently, when they sit on our trucks or heavy equipment for years, the chemicals have a tendency of settling and becoming compacted over time. If you don't break it up, they cannot be distributed. Anyway, free advice, but it makes sense. I've not personally had to try it, nor do I hope to anytime soon. But be interesting to see what you guys think about that. That's all for now. Happy trails.
No, that's absolutely correct, Tom. You definitely want to rattle that thing around and shake it up and shake, rattle, and roll, make it loosen that material up. it does get packed down there as you're bopping down the trails and shaking and around. So yeah, it's good advice.
Yeah, we've talked about that in the past, and I've pulled fire extinguishers like that where it's been compacted at the bottom. And it's like literally you got to like shake it up hard or beat it on a roll cage. And, and that's the whole thing about the element is like, you don't have to do that.
No, you just light it and go. Set it off, not light it, I guess. Just
well, it is kind of lighting it. You're striking the end of it, but no, it's a very good point because I've been involved with a few fires on the trail, and it's like, come on, grab a fire extinguisher and nothing because it's compacted. And then you hit another fire extinguisher, same thing. And then boom, you finally get one that goes. It's like, okay, great. But it is
count, and you got
it does. And so we talk about the element here, and it's like the best setup is having a powder and an element on your rig because then you're fighting it from two different angles.
Exactly. Hit it high and hit it low.
Hit it high and hit it low.
You go high, I'll go low.
All right. I got another one here.
You gonna be all right? You got the hiccups or something, man.
I don't know. Something.
What's up, motherfuckers? Just going to tell you that Mike Austin's one hell of a Gus. You need to have him on more often. He is an okay guy. Since he doesn't have his own show anymore, it's up to you to put him on the air because we need to hear more of him. If you let him talk long enough, he will probably eventually finish the story. Oh, and Travis suck. That's all.
We know who that was. That was our buddy Rover Don.
Don.
Rover Don, we love you.
Well, that was a pretty good imitation of Mike there.
Mike, you look up ADHD in the dictionary or Wikipedia. Mike's picture is right there.
Oh, I bet for sure. That was pretty freaking good. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Suck. That's good, Don. So thanks. And the Toyota sucks always works. That's like, that's so good.
All right.
What else you got on your list?
Well, I just want to real quick. I have this rant. It just bothers me, and I don't know if I've talked about it before.
We haven't had a rant in a long time. You haven't you bitch about stuff, but you haven't ranted in a while.
No, but this really annoyed me the other morning. So I drive to work in the morning, and it's like usually. So there's two things happening right now. First of all, there's construction goddamned everywhere on all the freeways. No, so
it's California.
Well, I mean, it's great because they're fixing the roads that suck right now. All the roads suck, and they're just fixing them. But they still don't know how to fix roads. Once they're fixed, they still kind of suck. They just suck a little less. But
right.
So the interchange, I drive through this 680, 580 interchange in Dublin, or I guess, I don't know what town that is, San Ramon or whatever it is right there. And so I go from westbound 580 to northbound 680, and that on-ramp or off-ramp, I guess, has been closed the last week. So I've had to get off the freeway and do a detour through city streets, which is, whatever, fine and dandy. So... But this leads into the next rant. So I get caught. This is fucking Priuses. I get caught behind two Priuses on San Ramon Road going up towards the next on-ramp to get to the freeway. And they're obviously doing the same thing I'm doing. They're taking the detour, and it's a single lane road, so there's nowhere to pass. They make the right turn to get lined up to get on the freeway, which is a left turn to go down the on-ramp. And one of the Prius takes off like he's shot out of a slingshot. I didn't even know that was possible for a fucking Prius.
Yeah,
and the other one's got an egg between his foot and the pedal because he's doing the slowest possible acceleration known to man. And I'm stuck behind this prick. And so it's like, okay, finally we get to the freeway. I jump over 3 lanes, and the Prius jumps over 2 lanes, and he's going slow. So I mean, he's like doing 55. And I'm like, I'm accelerating to 65, 70, 75, and I'm behind him. So I'm starting to pass him, and he's just going 55, 56, 60 miles an hour. And as soon as I get like just past him, he starts to speed up. And he's matching my speed and continues to match my speed. I'm speeding up and he's matching my speed. What really pisses me off is when you're making a pass on somebody and they continue to speed up despite
absolutely.
They don't let you pass. No. And it's like, here's my once I start passing you, I am going to finish the fucking pass.
Unless you have a Dodge.
Well, no, fuck you. If I was in the Dodge, that guy'd be in the ditch. So anyway, it was just, I'm like, come on, dude, just stop accelerating. You were going slow. You were content going slow. And now you see me passing you. Now you're speeding up.
I know. It pisses me. You're absolutely right. I see that all the time. It's like somebody's on their phone or doing whatever and not paying attention to driving. And you're like up on their ass and then you go to pass them and then they speed up. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing?
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Hey, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't, it just is so annoying. And then I finally finished the pass and that person slowed down to back to their normal putt along speed. And I'm just like, you're just being a dick because you're pissed off because you're driving a Prius. That's why you're a dick.
Or you just have no fucking clue. I get it. They're just brain dead. Yeah.
So,
whatever.
Anyway, I mean, it's what's encouraging, I guess, is the amount of construction that's happening on the roads, but it's also discouraging because it's happening during my commute times, which I go to work. If I left for work at 6 a.m, the construction would all be picked up at that point. But leaving for work at 4 a.m. and knowing they don't pick up all these construction zones until 5, it really breaks my routine up. And I was almost late for work the other morning, and it's like I pride myself on being at work before the rest of my staff.
Yeah, that ain't
I'm
right.
first in and last out, man. And sometimes it's like I don't like it when they see me showing up later. So
yeah, I get it.
But yeah, I mean it's not. And then all the construction that's going on 680 South between Pleasanton and San Jose and Fremont. There's a shitload going on. Shitload. And they're gonna. Oh, you should be aware they're gonna have that interchange, that section of 680s and be southbounds and be closed from I believe Pleasanton down to Sunol this weekend.
Yep, won't affect me. I'm gone.
You gone?
I'll be way ahead of it.
So I think it's closed from 10 o'clock on Friday night until like 5 a.m. Monday morning or something like that. So it's going to be a shit show for us locals.
No. Yep.
But I'm hoping I'm going to be out of town myself. So
and there's the Livermore parade this weekend.
Is that this weekend? Oh, that's right. Livermore Rodeo's this weekend. That's right. I think the Mad Hatters are going to be cruising
there. And 4x4 shop, Joe Ribello. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're all doing that.
I've driven in that a couple times with the Mad Hatters. That's fun.
Yeah.
Put it in 2-wheel drive low and just crawl along and let her just do the golf wave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody's like, that's a nice Jeep, man. Yeah. All right. Wow. You just killed that bottle, huh?
It killed itself.
What are you drinking there, Chief?
Jefferson's.
Hiccup.
I know. Jefferson's straight rye.
Oh, straight rye.
Finished
spicy.
In cognac barrels.
Nice.
And I might say it's quite delicious.
Well, you usually don't drink shitty stuff, so.
Life's too short, Chris.
I know. I'm looking at about 40 bottles of good stuff over here, though. But it's a school night for me. I don't drink on school nights, as our listeners know. So. Mm-hmm. And I feel much better for it too. So
no, it's good, and you're getting sleep, and that's great. And
it's huge.
We had a few listeners reach out after the last episode, appreciative of your journey, your CPAP journey.
It's been life changing, and if people have noticed that they're tired all the time, I'd recommend you see your doctor and have a sleep study done and see if you can figure out if you do have a sleep, some sort of sleep apnea scenario that's going on that's preventing you from getting a restful night's sleep, which is what you need to recharge your batteries.
No, exactly. And get a prescription for the blue pill. That's good.
The blue pill and also get some funky ass dreams, man. Runaway fairway mowers, baby.
No, so I was listening to that episode. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't."
I was close to cutting all that out too.
You
but you
should
convinced
have,
me.
but it was good. It's.
Jason's losing it over there.
No, this shit just fell off. It's good. It's good that you did that because that's real.
No, I feel better, and my health is getting better. My blood pressure is dropping, and just waiting for the weight to peel off. But that's
nice.
That comes.
When's the four-wheeling going to kick in? That's what our listeners want to know.
Well, when I have a bucket of time off that allows me to be able to get away and go do that. I'm saving. I'm trying to accrue my vacation time. I don't have unlimited vacation time like some people I know.
Well, you could own your own business and be broke and have unlimited vacation time too.
Yeah, well, if you had a daughter getting ready to go to college, you'd be working your ass off
too. No daughter. No daughter.
Yeah. Well,
I know. It's all life and it's all part of it, and my life's changing dramatically here shortly. But yeah, let's talk about Trail Hero coming up here in October, the first week of October.
Oh yeah.
So Rich, we're going to have him on the podcast here shortly. And Saving Abel, they just released who they're going to have Friday night, October 6th, Saving Abel. And most of our listeners will know that band. It's freaking epic. Do you know that band? You don't know that band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
not a listener, but I know who they are. Yeah.
Okay. So, we're looking forward to Trail Hero. It is so much fun out there. And I know it's something for everybody. And make it happen, you need to go to Trail Hero.
Well, there you go.
First week of October. I'm just telling you, it is one of the best off-road four-wheel drive events on the continent right now of the United States. Boom. It makes Moab look like a freaking cheesecake.
Well, I think what really the appeal for Trail Hero is the fact that, well, I mean, Moab's cool and all, and I mean it's got its following, but it's also really spread out. So you go from a lot of the trails are out of town or could be an hour away or more. And Trail Hero, I've not been, but from what I've picked up from people I've talked to and from hearing stories from you, everything's right there, man. Everything is right there. I mean, they got a town next door, and then of course all the trails are just right outside of camp.
And they're super accommodating. The whole town, like you could drive your buggy down to a restaurant, literally, and they're like welcoming. It's like what Moab used to be years ago, and that's what's super cool about it. Tokeroville follows. Every vehicle can make it up there, and it's a cool place. It's about 15-20 minutes outside of town, and highly recommend it. So anyways, I would put that on your calendar the first week of October. If you are an avid four-wheeler, you don't want to miss this event.
Right.
I'm telling you right now. We've talked about it in the past. So
I'll put links in the show notes to all the websites that pertain to going there. And is camping still available, do you know, or is that all sold out?
I don't know. You gotta go on to Trail Hero during the event is through them. And then before or after the event is through Sand Hollow Off-Roads, their Recreation USA site.
Okay.
So I know we had to make a couple days before the event to get our site, and then we have our site for the event, and then afterwards we go. So yeah,
mass exodus of people leaving.
A couple people are going to stay afterwards and go over to another site. But yeah, no, it's great. It's so much fun. And there's something for everybody there. It's not, you don't have to have a 4th-year rock buggy like, Dave Wong. It does help. It does help. But, Dave only has like 3 or 4 gallons of fuel, so he can't go all day where us with the drag axles can go all day. Just saying, Dave.
I think he's only got 1 seat, too.
And he's only got 1 seat. That's right.
Yep.
He's got a badass buggy. It was fun watching him out there. But
for sure.
Yeah, so what else, Chris? What else you got?
I got nothing. Let's see here. Moon rocks. I got an edit that I have to do because you fucked up.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Nope.
Really?
I'm just living my life and, feeling better every day.
Even Lorenzo's like, really? No, hey, it is good. Hats off. I'm glad you got your CPAP machine and getting some sleep. That's important. And the breathing. Everybody is happy with the breathing. We've got a lot of good compliments of the breathing. Yeah, exactly, right?
Luke. Come here, Luke. No, I feel better. That's all I really want to say.
It is. It's good. You look better too. Yeah, in a non-homosexual sort of way.
Wow. I think we need to cut this one short now. Jason, have fun up at Moon Rocks. We'll talk all about it in a future episode. And yeehaw. How do people get a hold of us, Jason?
Well, you can call our phone number, 408-51. Wait a minute.
Holy shit.
5169?
408-800-5169.
Oh, 800-5169.
800-5169. Leave Jason a voice message. Tell him to stay away from the bourbon for a bit.
You can call us there and leave a voice message just like Don. We love Don.
And sometimes Christopher Walken leaves messages, and sometimes other celebrities. We haven't heard from Arnold in a while.
No, and my favorite is Chris Farley. So,
Chris Farley's great.
Chris Farley's great. And then our emails, Jason or Chris or Lorenzo at wheelingwinewhiskey.com.
That's right. And don't forget about our website, wheelingwinewhiskey.com.
So
you can see hear all of our past episodes, not old episodes. I don't want to call them old episodes.
No, don't call them old because they're not that old.
Past episodes, and of course, all links to our merch and where we sell the Element fire extinguishers.
I was just going to say, we've got a few Element 100s left.
E100s, that's right.
If you need an E100, which is 100 seconds plus, because some people, bigger is better, whatever. I get it.
Swing it around.
Yeah. Wow. And so we have a few of those left in stock. Hit me up on the DMs and I will hook you up with a killer price. Of course, we got the E50s, we got the tactical mounts, we got the roll bar mounts.
That's right.
And it's a good supplement fire extinguisher to your rig. So within hand's reach. So that's the key.
Incipient fire.
Mm-hmm.
Get it early, get it fast, get it soon.
Yeah, you look at that Flex Rocks rollovers video and they're throwing that element in there, and that's cool. So make it happen. Chris?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else?
No, I do not. Do you?
Nope.
All right, we're out.